Back in the video for you guys today, man. I know it's been like a little minute since I've done these type of videos because it's a new console. I won't be able to get this video out for you guys. So when I posted videos in the past, most of the time the PS4 was already out and I didn't really care about doing it on the PS5. But the Nintendo Switch 2 is out. I want to show you guys how to stream and record from it using your Elgato capture card, any other capture card in general, but mainly going to be the Elgato products. Now, a little disclaimer, I was going to show, like, I have to use my DSLR camera just to do everything. But I can't show you guys my because I have an internal PC. So I have an old Elgato to show you guys an example. And I also will provide pictures for you guys on how to set up. I also will be showing you guys as well on how to set up because my cable management is like really bad. I'm still gonna show you a picture of my setup and then of everything, but you guys are going to be very upset. But we're going to talk about it, ladies and gentlemen. Now, make sure you have the right specs for your PC to even do this. Now, I know there's some on TikTok shop for capture cards, stuff like that, but keep in mind when you run those cheap capture cards, the delay is gonna be crazy, probably 9 times out of 10. Also, desyncing issues can occur. So I always go with Elgato products. I've been using their products for about 10 plus years. This is my content creation, so I'm actually enjoying their products. Now, once you fully get that started with figuring out can your PC run it, you're also going to need something called an Elgato chat link. That's just my recommendation if I can find it. This is going to be your best friend, not even for PlayStation, but for Xbox. You're going to need this right here because you can't capture gameplay in party chat without this. Now, I believe you can do it with the Nintendo Switch. I think there's another way around it, but just to be on the safe side, because if you don't have a TV or monitor that has like a headphone jack to plug it in, you're not going to hear none of your audio and you won't be able to hear the game. So this is going to be your best friend. I'll link everything in the description box down below for you guys. Now, I didn't put this in the video. This is me while I'm editing the video. With the chat link, if you're on your PC and you have an internal capture card, you have to plug in your chat link into your line in the back of your PC. So it will be blue. I'll provide a picture of your line in, but you have to plug it in to get it to work. The newest Elgato is going to be the Elgato 4KX. That's the newest and latest external capture card. I have an internal capture card, but there is a capture card that is internal, similar to mine, but better, but I think it does the same exact specs. So the Nintendo Switch 2 can now do 4K 60 FPS and I believe up to 20 FPS. So if you want to future-proof your setup, go ahead and get those types of capture cards. If not, get the older ones just to save yourself some money. But I do recommend buying the 4KX because you can future-proof your setup. Just in case if you do have a PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X, it's always good to future-proof your setup. So to get started now, like I said, I will provide pictures of my setup and stuff like that to set up the Elgato chat link and also this. So if you have an external capture card, the one you can travel around with, is what I do when I need to travel around and I'm not at home. In your HDMI in, you see what it says HDMI in. This is where your Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox, anything with an HDMI output, this is where you want to put your Elgato, your HDMI in. Now for HDMI out, where it says HDMI out, when it says zoom in, this is where you put to your TV or monitor. So this is what you're going to do. Now, keep in mind, if you're on PlayStation, you have to disable HDCP before even hooking this up, because if not, you will get a black screen. But for Xbox and Nintendo, because when I tested it out, I didn't have that type of issue. So just keep that in mind. This right here, if you happen to have an external capture card as well, where it says the line in, this is where this Elgato chat link goes in. And I'll show you guys how to set everything up as well. Got it? Good? So we can go over to PC. Hey y'all, so we are on my Elgato, as you guys can see. I am using my camera. So if you guys do happen to hear my fan if the audio isn't as good, I do honestly apologize. So I also will provide gameplay for you guys whenever this is done. But I guess we'll start off with a very blank screen. So what we'll do is start off very new. And then what you want to do is whenever you get everything set up in your Elgato, like I said, this is just the one that I mainly use for my live streams. You guys can see right here, got the mic moving, stuff like that. So we're going to scene 4, right? So what you want to do is hit the plus sign and you want to go to video capture device. Now let's just say you want to create new. Now you want to make sure, depending on you want to go to device. Now you guys probably can't see. Now depending on which Elgato you have, it will say it right then and there, whether it be Elgato 4K Mark II, Elgato 4KX, Elgato HD60X, any Elgato, it will pop up. I do also have a cam link
That's what I also use to record my content. And you want to click game capture, and it will bring it up right here, which I don't feel like doing right now, but which will be right here, which will be my Elgato 4K. And you can do a whole bunch of edits and adjustments. Now, you will need a software called OBS, which is essentially free. I personally myself do not recommend the 4K utility software. I just don't think it's that good. It hasn't been good since the Elgato software, but even with the Elgato software, it has never been that great anyway. So, if you guys are definitely looking to have us free software, this is the best one in my opinion. So, OBS, once you get here, depending on your custom, what you want to do, you can do 1080p, you can do 60 frames per second, you can go above that, but you have to make sure your monitor or TV can support that. If you want to do 1080p, I can do 4K, I choose not to. It takes a lot out of my PC when I try to record the stream, so just keep that in mind. As far as the video formats, I really don't have all of that. Now, this is the most important thing. Now, let's talk about the Elgato chat link, ladies and gentlemen. So, let's just say you have an external capture card, which is the one I showed you in my hand. The Elgato 4K X is the one you guys most will be using in watching this video. You want to make sure you want to change this to capture audio only and use custom audio. It should be line in. I believe this is what it should be. And then you just click line in, and it should give you an option to capture the audio. But keep in mind, if you put your headphones in, it will block out all the audio. Usually, that's how all of them have been. Whenever you do decide to put your a headset in, but if you're not using a headset, it should be fine. Now, also keep in mind as well, you guys see here where it says the audio mixer. I want you guys to also keep that in mind that I had to remove my Elgato one because for me, for my PlayStation, I have to use the audio line in capture. So to do that, you have to come here to your sources, and then you guys see where it says audio input capture device. You have to create this. So hit the plus sign. You want to put audio input capture if you're doing it for. Oh, so let's just say you have a. You don't do it my way. The one I showed you guys, if you guys have an external, would be the one. Click on it. You double click, and then you come all the way down, and then you would use custom audio device. But if you're using a PC and using the internal capture card, you want to create an audio input capture. That's what you want to do. Audio input capture, and you see where it says device, and you want to do line in. So that's what you want to do whenever you are going to be using content like that. Now, for the rest of the settings, it all depends on you. This is just my settings. This is what I like to use. I could go better with the preset. I don't have to actually adjust it, but there are videos out there to help you give you guys the best quality and stuff like that, depending on your PC setup, whether it be recording, whether it be audio. I can't actually change anything because I'm actually recording this for you guys or anything related to that. So actually, I'm not recording. I don't know why it won't let me adjust anything. It's actually quite crazy. So let me just go back in here again. So it should allow me to. It actually does not allow me to touch anything. That actually is kind of weird. But you can actually do everything. I guess go over with some of the quick things that I do kind of recommend whenever you guys do actually decide to record and stream. If you guys want to do TikTok, I don't use Streamlabs OBS. I use regular OBS. So if you have a Nvidia or you also have an AMD, make sure you use that graphics card. It will help out tremendously. I use constant bitrate. This is my stats right here. As far as recording, they don't recommend you use MKV, but the reason why you want to use MKV because there's another thing you can do. I believe in your advanced settings, which I don't remember exactly which. Oh yeah, automatically redux to MP4. So let's just say for some reason you are recording and the power goes out. You can remux it, and you'll still have the file. So it kind of helps out when emergencies happen when your PC goes out. It still can help out. So just keep that in mind when you guys are actually going to be doing this. But for your video, since I'm going to be doing 1080p, your base and your output need to be the same to match out. And also 60 frames per second. If you're doing 1440p, 2160p, this is where you want to be.
So that's basically it on how to set everything up. I will provide gameplay in the background for you guys. I tested out Fortnite on the Nintendo Switch. I actually do that for a separate video. Just give you guys a little bit of a snippet of how the quality will look and stuff like that. So yeah, so that's the most important key thing. Even with it's the same thing for any console, but I do believe with this one, be a little careful with your Elgato chat link because with the gaming, with the PlayStation 5 or even the Xbox, you put your headphones in the controller and your controller's right here. Now, depending on how far your Switch is, you could easily move and you could easily knock over your dock and you could damage your dock or even damage your screen. So just keep that in mind whenever you guys are looking to do this. So let me know in the comments down below if you guys need any help. Follow me on my social link in the description box down below. Love you guys, man. I'm out, y'all. Peace.